Welcome to TSB Talks, bringing you fresh new gossip again. I'm Emmanuel Brown.
I'm Elijah.
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. This week we saw the sad news of Nipsey Hussle. I don't know if obviously you heard about the sad news.
Bro, it's actually mad, because when I saw it, I think the night just before I went to bed, I heard that he got shot. I was thinking, okay, he might be all right. But then when I heard it was 6 shots on one to the head, I was like, yeah, he's done.
Yeah, no, I woke up to it and I saw, and I said, damn, he's been shot. Like, that's crazy. I didn't even think he was that accessible. Yeah. Then I read that, it was outside of his store.
Outside his shop, fam.
And then in my WhatsApp groups, I heard a lot of people talking about, there's conspiracies of, it was about some documentaries about to release about Dr.
Why
Sebi.
did people come up with these?
I mean, it did sound like it could be a possibility. It could be. However, a lot of people put that to bed and said, nah, it was someone, an ignorant member of the community was after.
I don't think it's ignorant. That looks like an assassination, bro. You don't shoot someone sick. The kind of shots are 6 shots, bro. One to the head. He made sure that guy died, didn't it? So. Who knows what kind of enemies he had?
I mean, at the moment, they're looking for a particular person.
Yeah, suspect,
yeah, they're saying that it is him that shot him. So I guess that assassination and all the conspiracies of all what has been said.
This conspiracy, when I looked at it, I was like, bro, really?
So do you know what the conspiracies are?
Bro, they're saying, the government kind of got him assassinated because he was about to talk about Dr. Sebi. Like,
right.
Come on, bro.
And for those that don't know, Dr. Sebi, which I'm sure you probably do by now, Dr. Sebi was a doctor who found the cure for AIDS, apparently, or supposedly. A cure for diabetes, a cure for many different other things, and Nipsey Hussle was one of many who was willing to release his information through a documentary. And now the conspiracy went on to say that because this was coming out and they've killed so many because of they don't want it to be so public.
This whole cure for bro, I always find out rubbish, innit, bro. If there's a cure for it will come out, innit. You really think about it deeper, yeah. You really think the government are saying, you know what, like we have the cure. Pharmaceutical companies all know the cure, but they're deliberately just leaving it out there because of they want to make more money.
But it's not that far. It's not that far.
But think about it. Just think if you're a scientist, yeah, and you have the cure for AIDS, bro. Do you know, like, you'll be like the most famous scientist in history.
All right, now you think about it.
Yeah.
I'm a pharmaceutical company, and we make billions of dollars based off the fact that you have a disease. Are you telling me that I'm not going to do all things possible in order for you to stop giving people the cure?
Not for diseases like that, bro. Look at smallpox, bro. Didn't they find the cure for smallpox? Not really the cure, but the vaccination, and it's pretty much eradicated. Yeah, no,
I hear you.
It's kind of like malaria as well. If they find the cure for malaria, mate, like, you're etched in history, but you're legend. Yeah, it's legendary status, man.
It did sound far-fetched, the conspiracy.
Bro, it was bullshit.
However, it is really sad news. I woke up and when I read about it, I said, damn, like, the first thing I actually thought about, actually, to be fair, was Lauren London. No, not because she's...
Yeah, that was...
it was more because
they were engaged,
they were engaged, and they've got a 2-year-old child. And I was just thinking, man, no matter how, important or public you are, you can be accessible to a point where people can shoot you in plain sight in broad daylight.
But it's like, why him, though? Like, because he seemed like he gave a lot to the community. He was always, like, pushing, like, black-owned businesses, giving back to the community, and they just shot him in his own shop, fam. Right outside his store.
In his own shop. And that's the main thing that he was pushing more than anything, that, black people in general come together and unite and own businesses and own things. Yeah. He's one that even, I think he sold his album for $100 based off the fact that he owns everything.
Yeah, he owns all his masters.
Yeah. So, I think it's taken a real hit on a lot of people in America, especially LA. I saw The Game. He kind of was in his car driving. And, he was talking about why has it always got to be us that are dragging each other down? And and it was sad. And it just really shows the importance and the kind of importance he was playing in the community, in the hip hop community, really. But it was really sad for me anyway.
Yeah, it was a shame. Definitely.
Some of the comments. Your boy Fizz. He died just before he was going to release a documentary where he was going to expose the government. Stay woke. Man, back to that conspiracy again.
Oh, these guys will just bring out these conspiracies. It's like the boy who cried wolf, innit? Like, sometimes they're just not a conspiracy.
Yeah, sometimes they just...
Sometimes, it's just a simple answer. The guy got shot, killed by someone out of revenge or who knows.
Yeah, exactly. Who knows?
Bro saying that this guy got killed over some guy who's not even really that famous, Dr. Seb. Like he's like an underground king in it. Like people don't really know him like that, bro. They think that the government, with all the things that's gone on, with all, people that have hacked, people that have like admitted to spy, government was spying on them, like Edward Snowden, bro. This guy still, was he assassinated? He was just like ostracized.
Yeah.
Like really, they're not gonna kill a man over Dr. Sebi, bro. It's not that deep.
Yeah, no, I hear you. And I think the whole stay woke thing is like, you either have to know or you don't know. And if you don't know, then boy, God be with you.
Dr. Sebi, like, come on, bro. Like,
hey.
Dr. Sebi, bro. Are you gonna tell me that they really killed a guy over a guy that people consider a fake doctor?
Yeah.
The general consensus is, like, among like most scientists, like the guy's a quack in it. They're not gonna kill Nipsey or Hussle over a guy that generally all the scientific community thinks is a joke.
I hear you. We had BB_book, a man, a father, a boyfriend, a mentor, a leader. I'm hurting like I knew this man for real. May his soul rest in peace. Again,
it felt sad,
It did. I think throughout a lot of social media, we saw, a lot of people showing support towards the family, showing towards his friends. However, I did see, I don't know if you've seen, 50 Cent put up a post, and someone in his comments must have said, "Are you not going to say anything about Nipsey Hussle?" And he goes, "I'll say
his own time.
I'll say when I'm ready." And now he's released it, and he said, "Yeah, to all of his friends, God bless you and condolences." Yeah, and left it at that.
Sometimes because it kind of feels like a trend, like, oh yeah, everyone's saying it now, you've got to say something. Sometimes. Let's be real, like, you might not have been that close with him, innit? So it's not your place to come out and bring some long speech saying that you used to be with him. Like, I remember when I heard, was a DJ Academic saying, oh yeah, they used to have beef, but like, oh, they squashed the beef like not too long ago. Like, when guys say that, it doesn't sound like genuine, innit? Yeah. Because every time you talk to Nipsey Hussle, it was in a negative light. Now suddenly saying, oh yeah, we squashed the beef. It just feels a bit artificial.
A bit forced.
Sometimes it's gonna be like, look, my condolences, and leave it at that.
Yeah, and I think that's what kind of 50. That's what 50 done anyway. But no, again, back to this comment anyway. It goes back to kind of what I was thinking about. First thing that I thought personally was his friends, his family, his children. People that he's inspired, people that look up to him. Have really been affected, and it's kind of shown. I mean, he died not too long ago, and the support that you've seen is spread over however many days.
Yeah, underground king, bro.
For real. So, may his soul rest in peace.
Yeah,
and here at the Shea Bar, we wish the family very well as well, from overseas love.
Definitely.
Yeah. Moving on. This week we saw Burna Boy in Gambia performing, and he started to wild out on the crowd.
Man curb stopped someone.
Literally, he was performing. He's actually sent out a tweet and said that, although it looks quite forceful, he had told the person in the crowd to stop as they were kept, trying to grab for him. And on the last attempt, he reacted in a negative. So he's asking for forgiveness in a sense. What do you think about that?
You just gotta have some self-control. Look, if the guy's really trying to rob you 10 times, call security, bro. Don't leave it to your own hands, especially you as a musician. People are looking at you like you're gonna get in trouble in it.
Yeah, I hear you.
This guy can come out and say, no, I'm gonna sue you in it because you physically assaulted me. There's no point getting that kind of rap on you.
No, I hear you. When I saw it, I was like, could have handled it differently. However, in the heat of the moment, you got the whole vibe, you're performing, you got people, however many people looking at you, watching you, you're in a vibe, innit? So if you got someone that's trying to, disrupt that vibe, then you're gonna just be like, listen, back off, kind of thing. And then that's how you kind of did it in a sense.
She just called security, bro. I swear, what was it R. Kelly that was singing security one time?
I
know too R. Kelly.
R. Kelly's counsel. Who's who? Uncle who? Kelly who? Nah, bro. Nah. So some of the comments. I'm gonna say it's exactly how it's spelled. The _beautiful_list. Nice name. Sad face. That was a stamp that they should press charges. I mean, I wouldn't really force for it, but hey. Yeah,
you can press charges. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you do them kind of things, especially if it was on camera. It's obvious who did it. You're asking for it, man.
I suppose so. You got, you're Rochelle. You lot don't, apologies. You're Rochelle said, you lot didn't see she tried to take his ring, no? So the person tried to take his ring.
There's no excuse to go fight. Go call security, man.
I hear
You're
that.
on stage, bro. Like, I know it feels a bit like, why are you saying that you're being overly harsh, but there's no point getting yourself into like
but then I think but do you know what? Yeah, honestly, I think
like
because obviously I'm not a musician. Yeah. But if I was, just because I'm accessible doesn't mean you can be over familiar. Now I'm not gonna react any differently just because I'm a musician. However, that should be in the back of his mind or my mind if I was. Yeah. So although you say he should have killed security, in the heat of the moment, I'm just thinking, listen, I've told you however many times, I'm not, just back up, just chill, like, it's not that. However, the kick was a bit...
It was a bit... But
over the line.
It's not even just because he's a musician, innit? If you're on the streets and someone's trying to move to you, like, the best thing to do is not really fight, because one, you don't know what he's carrying, he could be out. That's how these guys go, bro. I'm telling you, man. Oh, why are you looking at me like that? And then the fight starts and God knows what happens, innit?
I hear you.
Sometimes it's just best to
just to cool it.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Handle it the right way.
Exactly.
Cool.
Well, that curve stomped him, man.
Shout out to Burna Boy. Handle it differently. Yeah?
Yeah, for sure, bro.
Cool.
All right, let's move on to the next one. Fraud-based speaking on being treated as a king.
Hey, listen, he's done out here. Have you seen the video?
I've seen the video, bro.
He's done out here, yeah?
Us, man, to evolve right now. You understand? Because we're tired of that slavery shit. You get me? We're going to start going to these dates, looking all saucy and shit, and they're going to pay for the fucking bill. You understand? They're going to tell us what do we want to eat and what do we want to drink. You understand? I went on holiday. Listen, the girl bought about 6, 7 bottles. Every night I had champagne. I had wine. Which one do you want? Red, white. They even gave me blue wine. You understand? You lot ain't never seen blue wine before. Yeah? Nice thing. Yeah? She looked after me. The first person to take me on holiday. You understand where I'm coming from? I'm not going to sit here and be fake about it. Like, girls spoil me. Girls like...
Done.
But people still follow this guy. I don't understand it, you know?
No, it's mad because for all the exposure that he's got, and to be fair, I kind of blame the whoever signed him to make some dumb music video.
Was that an actual, like...
It was he was signed to some type of...
That video was kind of funny.
Nah, but
it was budget, but it was funny.
It's
bro.
not...
Come on, it was funny,
listen,
man.
they've endorsed him and said, listen, yeah, man, what you've done is quite funny, so let's just run with it and see where it takes.
They endorsed him, bro. The people endorsed him. He's got a following. The man's claim to fame is stealing some chick's credit card, bro.
He's done out here.
Bro.
He's done.
He's not done, bro.
He has to be.
He's done for me and you, yeah? But he's not done for the people. The people still fuck with him.
I don't understand why. I can't understand it. Like, in the video, he's spoken about, let me get all saucy and she can pay for the bill. Yeah. That's dead.
But I'll tell you why he's popular. It's because he's shameless, isn't it? Now, be fair, like, if you do something, say we commit something that's so embarrassing, yeah, sometimes you go in your shell, you be like, nah, I'm not really feeling, I apologize. He be like, this is me. He said it with his chest, fam. That's the thing.
Done.
He says, look, I want girls to spoil me. I will steal from girls. I have no integrity, no self-esteem.
Do you know what?
And I embrace
under
it.
This, under this, we need to say, what's the name? Fraud Bay, # done out here. Easy.
I'm telling you, it's
done.
It's not happening. Bro.
Well, let the people decide that. You don't need to cancel
The people have decided. That's the problem, man. That's why he's out there making videos in supermarkets.
That is crazy. Man's finessing bare girls. They know about it, and yet they're still getting more finesse.
That's the thing. Bro, you know what? Let's go to the residence. So we got Miss Shimago says, why is he out here sounding like a hurt female? Oh, man.
Listen, he's done. That's what you're getting from me from this. Do you know what? I'm sitting back. Done.
we got Is Camellia Exo saying, I pray that I don't ever come across a guy like this. Proper sad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
People are saying this.
But they're still going to check for him.
Well then, exactly. The fact that we've been talking about him now.
I suppose so.
He's getting the exposure that he desperately craves, that he's always wanted. So congratulations.
For finessing chicks.
Pretty much, man. Stealing, bro. Criminality, fam.
No, you know what? You're actually right, because he's not even hiding the fact that he's even doing it in like a
That's what
whatever.
I'm saying. He's saying it with his chest.
He's saying, I've got so much game, in a sense, that I can tell you that I'm going to finesse you, and I'm still going to finesse you.
Bro, it's mad.
Done out here.
Funny ass video though, I won't lie, bro.
Oh,
Wait, man, let's move on to this one, yeah. Mate, praise and worship in Spac Nation, bro.
Oh, you just want me to say done out here again, innit?
Have you seen the documentary?
Yeah, I've seen the documentary, and I've seen the clip of them doing praise and worship in the
bro, that was
church.
a bloody rave, bro.
You know what, yeah? What I will say is I won't judge. I will not judge. However, what I see, I don't like. I don't know what to say.
Bro,
I'm speechless.
Bro, I will judge you because I think it's bullshit. No, I'll tell you no, bro. Look, I'm West African, innit, bro. I'm Nigerian to be precise here. We all know about prosperity preaching. You have these pastors like they've got all the glitz, the glam, they've got the security guards at the back telling you, oh yeah, if you give me £100, you know, go and get your blessing, bro. If you give me £100, God will play, you know, will bless you double, bro.
Nah,
We've
bro.
seen all before. What did
Give me £100, I'll
doing?
do some fraud.
They're taking that concept.
And then go link fraud bait and finesse your
They're
chick.
taking the concept, recycling it in a nice UK British drills rap type of way, and they're throwing it back out there, bro.
That's mad.
Nothing new under the sun, bro. It's always happening, bro.
I hear you.
But deep this, bro, like the fact that we're here right now, yeah, and the fact that some children right now are malnourished, probably dying of hunger, starvation, lack of drinking water, and you think that God gave you the money and things so you can go spend it on Balenciagas and Moncler jackets,
yeah.
bro? You are the most arrogant person on the earth, bro.
And the funny thing
You're
is,
so shallow.
I've
fam.
even seen that the pastor has bought all the church members or particular church members and priests and pastors a house, so they all live in, and they say, "Oh, my pastor has done
It's mad
wonders."
weird, bro.
Boy, listen, I said,
It's like Neverland.
trust me, boy. We know how that ends.
No.
We know how that ends.
Hey, I ain't saying
Boy,
that,
each to their own. As I said, done out here.
I'm saying is, it's cool. If you want to make your money, cool. But why are you bringing God into it, bro?
Trust me.
I won't even say I know why, because it's a lot easier to brainwash people and convince them when you put God into it. Like, God is leading.
But you know what? And from whenever I've heard Spac Nation, and again, I don't really want to I don't want to really shed it too much light, but obviously I know the topic is the praise and worship thing. But whenever I hear it, it's more about, oh, the Louboutins, the Rolls Royce, the house, the Lamborghini, the pastor drives. But it's just mad flashy and mad arrogant. And then where's the humbleness?
I thought the Jesus that you serve is a carpenter, bro.
Boy.
Just deep that, bro.
And he never wore no loops.
He never wore no loops, but he was never this affluent person, bro. If you look back at Christian history, they expected the coming of the Messiah, whether you believe it or not, the coming of the Messiah to be this grand person that's going to overthrow the Roman Empire, and it never happened. He came as a humble servant, bro. And you're telling me, bro, you can tell people really don't read the book, that they don't really understand like the Bible, the God that they're serving it. Yeah, it is what isn't it? But, bro, I'm telling like you to really think that Jesus died, yeah, so that you can go and wear Balenciaga, so that you can go out and floss, yeah. Bro, it's the height of
Jesus
ignorance,
died so you can wear your
arrogance, and stupidity.
Balenciagas. That is
Seriously,
crazy.
it's mad, isn't it? Just
crazy.
think about it, bro. Like, really, like, is that what Christianity is all about?
What did the residents say this week?
Let's find out what the residents say, bro. But seriously, man, it's triggered me, bro. Honestly, yeah. But anyway, RDP7 says, I watched this yesterday. I'm convinced it's all a tax avoidance scheme, and they not only bank fraud but sell drugs too. That's the thing, you know, because church are tax exempt.
Because they're like a charity in some sense.
Yeah, exactly, a charity.
Boy.
Yeah, you know what I mean, like, mad.
That's kind of smart, you know.
That's what I'm saying. It's a hustle, yeah. But the fact that they bring God to,
but yeah, it's just the fact that it just doesn't.
It doesn't run right.
It doesn't sit right. And then when you see them doing this whole trap mash thing, I'm just like,
yeah, because I know you're hustling, bro. Come on, it's obviously hustling, bro. Like, we weren't born yesterday, innit? We know you're hustling, but the fact that you bring God into it and trying to convince, brainwash people and make them think that Christianity is this type of way, when there are people right now that are dying because of their beliefs, it's irresponsible, it's stupid, and I just can't rate that, bro. I genuinely don't respect them people that push that. I won't lie to you, bro. People are like, oh yeah, you're trying to get the kids out the street, which I respect, but bro, you're lying to them, innit? Because this is not what Christianity is about. People are dying just to serve the God that you think you're serving. So, whatever, innit? But let's, Sunny Vibe 16 says, not even surprised, that church, no comment. Wow.
Yeah, and that's what we've got to keep it. Whenever we see Spac Nation, we say no comment. Leave them to do what they're doing.
Yeah, it's just...
Those shall
it
be
is
judged.
what it is. I know people I consider friends as part of Spac Nation, but I haven't rated Spac Nation from there. I'm not going to pretend that I do, so it is what it is. Cool.
So this week, we're going to head into the dilemmas, or not really the dilemma, but something that was a topic this week that came up. For those of you that may have seen or may not have seen, I think Jay-Z and Beyonce were at an award show this week, and Amari Hardwick kind of overstepped
Ghost.
the line. The line. You know, he might have been a bit too inappropriate. Not inappropriate, but may have been a bit more...
Mad awkward, bro.
Yeah.
Mad.
May have been a bit too familiar with Beyonce. And a lot of comments were talking about the fact that he kind of got a bit too comfortable, especially while she was beside her husband. You see it?
Yeah, I did.
What did you think?
I just think like he knew it was an awkward moment, and I think he was trying to bypass the awkwardness, but it just came out wrong.
You know,
I don't think it was deliberate. Like I don't.
But for me, he hugged her once, and then he looked like he whispered something in her ear, and then I was about to reach out, he kissed her one more time, and I was like, hold on, what? Like, I mean, it could be just a bit, you know, I think they've worked together on Dreamgirls.
Yeah.
I think, I'm not too sure. And they might know each other, and he might know Jay-Z, whatever, but still, I think, you know, a hug, he held the hug a little bit too long, and should just kept it moving. It looked awkward, as you said.
It did look awkward, but I don't think it was like, oh, I'm going out there to come and kiss Beyonce. I just feel like, you know, when you kind of hug someone and the familiarity is not really there. Sometimes you hug a bit too much, or maybe you miss a cheek or something. You do stuff like that. I think he felt awkward as always. Like, let me just bypass the awkwardness, and it just went sideways, didn't it? Like, oh man.
So then I'll pose this question to you. You're at dinner with your lady, and a friend, male friend, comes and says what's up to you, and is over familiar with your lady. Hugs, kisses her on the lips. Now, as her man, would you check her for that? Would you check her or would you check him?
I wouldn't check. I'll check him, bro. Like, first of all, it depends how she reacts in it, because sometimes if someone was to do that, I'd be like, you don't want to make a scene in that. And you can tell Beyonce is not the type to make a scene. She's not slouch, but she won't just go kick ass. Like,
she'll kick his butt. Exactly. Kick him in the elevator.
Man, she whooped Jay-Z's ass, bro. Jay-Z was a man. Big up Jay-Z because he didn't retaliate. Anyway, apart from that tangent, sometimes she might be a bit awkward, like, I don't really want to make a scene. Let me just kind of keep it stunned. But you gotta go to the guy, like, why are you doing that in front of me? Like,
so you would check him?
Yeah, definitely.
What would you say?
I'll be like, why you kissing my guy? You fucking mad, bro. You wanna fucking slap, bro.
No, but to be fair, if you know, and I get from what we get from Jay-Z, it seems as if like he's mad cool and he's like, nah, that's whatever, man. Like, you trying to kiss my lady kind of thing.
Nah, I don't.
Like, would you really go and check him and say, no, that's over the line? Because me personally, if I felt you stepped, not that in that circumstance, I wouldn't necessarily go and say anything to him. I would just say, I wouldn't say anything anyway. I would just leave it and say, whatever.
I don't know. JT is the type of guy that might say something, maybe not there and then, but afterwards he'll say, you know, when Kanye, I think, talked about his family, and he never like went on Twitter or anything like that. But I think in the interview he said, nah, he crossed the line, bro, and he kind of cut off all ties.
I see.
So I mean, he's a grown man, isn't it? Like, he's a pretty mature guy.
So you would check the guy?
I'll check the guy. Obviously, I'm bantering. I'm not gonna go and say, I'm gonna punch you, but like, I'm just gonna. I'll probably just tell you on the spot like what you're doing in it, but I wouldn't let it go physical. Hopefully.
Cool. Well, let us know what you think in some of the comments. That's it from us this week at the TSB Talks. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm Emmanuel Brown.
Yeah, I'm Elijah.
And hopefully see you next week. Peace.
Peace.